nice. Very nice. Front to back. Leader's garment. Quite happy.
It's alright, isn't it? Looks pretty good in that bad boy.
Excellent, I think the word you're looking for is... Look at that thing. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Beautiful.
Now, only if you're ready for this.
Welcome back to the OTB podcast, the original and still the best New Zealand mountain bike podcast, brought to you by our good friends at Maxxis Tyres, Fox Factory Suspension, and of course Squirt Cycling. All good people that you guys should be supporting too. Support the sponsors that support the show. But before we crack into this, I'm your host Kieran Bennett, and I am going to just quickly lead off with Nihil Boni Sene Labore. Red Dog, how did I go?
You did pretty well. There it is.
Coming.
Nihil bone sine labore.
Did you guys sing this at? Is this
You bet we did, Lester.
I think Crystal sings it.
Wow.
Every morning he gets out on the deck.
It really rallies the mind.
Can't you hear him from your place? He stands on the deck, he gets an instant coffee and a durry, and he sings that.
Standing in the morning sunlight.
Yeah.
For those of you who have missed it, that is the song of Palmerston North Boys High School, home of Jonty Williamson, 4 in a row, boys. Was he the finest thing to come out of Palmy now?
I'll tell you what, he's probably the first thing that's made me proud to be a Palmy Boys boy.
Oh, excellent. What about Levi Sherwood? Was he from Palmy?
Well, he was there when we were there.
Yeah.
I thought he was. There you go. You could also be pretty proud of Levi, I reckon.
Palmy FMX represent.
Actually, I'll take that.
Palmy
There's
FMX.
many reasons to be proud of being a Palmy Boys boy, but not in like an old school, like boys school pride sort of way. Just sort of like a grow up in Palmy sort of way.
That's really something to be proud of.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be proud of in Palmy. Yeah.
Before we go down that emotional rabbit hole, did you guys watch Lenzerheide, or are we just running off the sleeper Reddit, or like how's the viewing?
I'm going to be blatantly honest. I've watched everything apart from the last 5 elite men because I ran out of time.
So Lester
doesn't know who won.
Is this still embargoed?
No. I know who won. But I've got Finn's. I'm up to Finn, basically. I've seen most of them.
Wow.
Results.
Spoiler alert.
It's only been 3 days since the race, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll let you away with it.
I'm going to take this opportunity, KB, just to make a public apology.
Yeah, okay. Floor is yours.
This is a weekly occurrence now.
Yeah, no, look, listeners of the podcast recall many years ago when I was in my youth, I made a comment about whether or not Finn would ever make it. And look, I just want to say that as a father and as a human, I was wrong to make those comments.
Wow.
It was out of character, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm very, very pleased to see that Finn has had the success that he's always deserved. So, on behalf of the OTB podcast, my fellow co-hosts, Finn, we're right behind
Ross
you,
into this. Red Dog, does the Finn will never make it? Does that actually stem back to pre-podcast? Is that just like group chat days?
Yeah, it's so early that it's like
It was never on record.
It's like the password to one of our shared accounts somewhere. Like I don't know what the account was or what I can't remember what it was for.
It was, I think.
Some variation of Finn will never make it or Finn won't make it as the password.
Yeah, excellent.
If you crack the code and work out what account that is and the password, you can probably have it.
You can just have whatever that account was. I don't know what that was. Could have been a Gmail or something.
It was the OTB
What I don't know.
wasn't it?
what I want to know is why, as soon as Bruni's gone, is Finn all of a sudden really good?
They give him the good parts.
Maybe that's what it is.
No, he gets the right up front.
I think that's.
Gets right
I think
up
the
front.
question. I think the answer is in the question there, Lester.
Well, yeah, exactly.
He used to get real car sick, and so that would really hurt him on the weekends. But now he gets the right up front. He's all right. He can see the road.
Sick. Yeah, true. Because car sickness, it drags on, and you feel queasy for days sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this like
Especially after
the answer is for Niles? What is the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
It's gonna be Father's Day.
There's a rumor coming out of the pitch that that Loic used to go into the hotels first, and he would pick his room first, so he'd pick the best room, and then he'd put bed bugs into Finn's bed, and then occasionally, just to really fuck with the team, he'd put some bed bugs into Matt Walker's bed, and none in Finn's bed, and then
Matt
switch
Walker
it around next
like him.
weekend.
Why is he hating Matt Walker? He's on trek.
Jordan Williams, my bad.
Maybe he was
kind of the
threatened by
same
Matt
person.
Walker.
He used to do it to Matt
similar.
Walker too.
Yeah. After he won the overall title in 2020 without winning a race.
Speaking of Matt Walker, like, what's up with him at the moment?
Is he old? He's kind of old now,
No,
isn't
he's
he?
not even old.
He's not that old.
No, I
He
don't
feels
think
like
Do
an
you
old
think
guy.
he'll make it?
he kind of made it, and then he just straight away disappeared again. I don't even know I don't think he qualified again.
No, it's been rough.
Yeah, interesting.
Since he went to Trek, was it sort of that
He
switch?
did-
I mean,
I think he did really good straight away, maybe 1 or 2 rounds. Trying to
He was
remember.
there or something. With
He
Danny
was
Rose.
at one
Yeah.
point.
for a long time.
Hey, before we get too far away from where I tried to go at the start of the show, Jonty Williamson 4 races in a row. I think this might be the first time a junior's won 4 races in a row, which is, I mean, impressive on top of the fact he won by 3.7 seconds. But it's Jonty's world, and we're just living in it this year.
What do you credit these wins to, KB?
Which ones?
Is it the belt of excellence?
Palmy North Boys High? Is that where we? If we're not credited
Is
to
it
that?
is it the clay base at Arapuki? Do you
It
think
could be
the
because I
slick
rode
clay
there
base-
once a few years ago, and it was slightly damp, and I was scared for my life the whole way down the hill.
I think part of it as well stems from when. So if anyone who's not been to Arapuki, which is the stomping ground of
You simply must.
of your Red Dogs and your Jonty Williamson, when you make your way into Arapuki, there's quite a long gravel road, and so you learn to drift a vehicle very early on in your downhill career, and you learn how to control a slide and how to brake suddenly when someone's coming from the other direction. So I think I'd credit it a lot to learning 4-wheel car control.
Ah.
Yeah, you got to stay out of the ditch quite a lot. It's quite it is quite intimidating. And then when you really honed your craft, you take that thing up Greens Road, which is the back entrance.
Yeah.
I bet you took it up the back entrance.
And you look to,
It sounds like a very common Palmy thing to do.
and that's where you do your best work up there.
I
You
bet.
really do.
Up the
I
back
bet you do.
entrance.
I've got a question that I hope gets to Jonty and then gets back to us. I saw it in the post-race interviews. I don't know whether it was Win or Pink Bike or whoever. He's wearing a Ralph Lauren t-shirt in the pits. Can we confirm
man,
was it a fake t-shirt or not?
Man, no style.
What, Jonty or me?
Jeez.
So
Juniors must
just a
be
couple
paying
of
out.
Junior's getting cash.
Yeah.
observations here.
Yeah, good. Please take us somewhere positive.
Jonty's time would have put him in 19th.
Yeah. It was
yeah,
top. It was top
19th.
20. Yeah,
Yeah, 19th in elite. That's pretty impressive, eh?
that is legit. As a junior to be making top 30 elite times, like I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there was some like Ace of Amet and Max doing like potentially fastest times of the day last year, but at any point when a junior's in the top 20, that's legit.
Yeah, and they didn't win 4 on a trot. Any of those guys, did they?
Nah, but would you argue that maybe last year it was a bit deeper between Max,
True.
Till, and Acer? Whereas, I mean, Jonty's obviously there's still some fucking fast juniors in there, but I think he doesn't have the level of competition that those guys were battling out with.
Agree.
Yeah, he's still elite, but
without a
elite
doubt.
level junior. But I don't. Yeah, it's not as deep.
It definitely seems on a different playing field to the other juniors, though. Like, he's super mature in his riding, and he's got his head together, right? Like,
it's the riding that now, like, was he qualified first? I think like 3 out of the 4 rounds, and he's riding. He is riding like that's exactly where he knows he's meant to be. Like he's not getting panicked being the last person down the hill. Like he is just riding on such an elite level. I think that's where he's putting it together. He knows that that's what he should be doing. So he's just riding comfortably and absolutely smashing it.
Confident and consistent.
Yeah. How was that?
Happy
whip?
with that? Happy with that whip? Yeah, that's scrub.
Yeah. Back end
Pretty
was
dirty.
over the handrail.
Oh,
Imagine if
So
he
good.
clipped that, how hard he would have gone down.
The front wheel tap on the top of the landing was getting pretty dicey at that point, but he rode it
it
out.
comes back to car control down the road, gravel road,
Yeah,
at
true.
Arapuki, really, doesn't it?
I think that's about knowing, when it's all out of control, don't panic. Just trust the process.
Yeah.
Catch
If in
the
doubt,
slide,
gas it out. Is that something you
That's
learned
it.
driving into Arapuki?
What's
Yeah.
that? Sorry?
If in doubt, gas it out.
Yep.
There was definitely a few moments like that through the race, wasn't there? Where boys like Goldstone had a good moment there, nearly went out the front door.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I put a note in. That was in that last the last section of trees before they went out into the open, and they were doing like that gap over a rock, and then kind of like another step down into a right-hander. That is the sketchiest piece of track. Like I have these memories of like Lenzerheide. I remember when it kind of the first year or two, and it seemed just quite bike parky, but now that place is so gnarly. It is so raw. Just
That
beaten up.
section, is that because the way they were shooting it in the live feed, it was hard to tell, but is that the section that had the sniper gap, the horrible little rock sniper gap? So
Yeah, you could go
all the
through.
footage from that was from the top, and they were jumping over that horrible rock and landing on more
Rock.
chunder.
More
And then it
horrible
was like
rock.
2 steps into the
And
next
then
one.
out. Yeah.
Oh,
And that
Fuck,
was
it
where
was horrible.
Jackson had a moment and just about went out the front door.
Or if you didn't
Emery,
get, you went through the slot, like in the right.
Emery went hard right.
That gave me the
Emery
Kevin
went
heebie-jeebies.
right, and he got through there super smooth.
Yeah.
But the speed, was it Coulange's? Benoit, I think, got it real mint, like a double gap. And the amount of speed he carried through that bottom right-hander was out the gate. And obviously he carried that all the way off the track.
Just while we're
Asa-
talking about
Asa
Benoit,
threw there was-
pull one out because he was on a good run.
He was on
Yeah.
a heater.
I was like, here we go. Here's some Benoit back in the top, and yeah, that was a shame.
Was
Just another segue there, KB, about pouring one out. Did you guys notice the McNuggets like his rider profile thing where he's just draining a monster into his face?
Yeah, he shotguns a monster.
It is so good. It's the best. Like everyone's doing this real generic boarding stuff. Every girl does the heart thing, and then McNugget is just shotgunning what looks like a flavored monster. It's amazing.
If you're new to the podcast, that is Lachie Stevens-Mcnab, who has endearingly been known as Lachie Stevens-McNugget for a few years on here. God, it was good to see him back, and he was absolutely hauling ass too.
He was ripping.
I was heartbroken when he blew that tire, but then he seemed so stoked about it straight away.
He just
Like,
commentated.
obviously he wasn't gutted, but he was like,
That's the way it goes.
I was on the hooking on a fast run.
It gives me so much respect for him
so
when you
amazing.
can see a guy like that who was on like a potential podium run and blows his tire off, and he can just like, shake his head, talk to the camera, roll on down. Like absolute legend.
It definitely looked like one where, like, it almost got real ugly, but he kept it together. But the tire
Held it
was
together.
blue. Like, tire let him down.
Did you guys see his video from like the first 3 races? So I knew he'd hit his head at Korea round 1, and that's why he didn't race. And I sort of figured there was something lingering, but he's actually like been dealing with pretty bad concussion since then. So that's
All
why
right.
he rode at Leogang a little bit, but didn't end up racing because of that. They pulled him out. Like I think round 2 he went to start, and I think the team basically told him not to race because he was still having some issues. But he spent like 2 weeks somewhere in Switzerland at like a concussion clinic.
Wow.
So
Wow.
So
It's
like
good that
he's,
you've matched it seriously.
yeah, he's
Downhill's
back
got
and
to be. Sorry, Katie.
yeah, I was to say he's back and back up to speed, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was
Looked like
cool.
it.
His run was awesome. Just a bummer
Was-
about flat tyre.
Was going back a minute to Jonty after the big table where he almost put it on the hand railing. He then pre-jump gapped off the side of the
Off the
coping.
left hand side.
Yeah,
Shark
into that
fin
roller.
Mm.
Was he the only one that did that? Because that
I
was
saw it-
Finn's line last year, right?
I saw it maybe twice in men's finals.
Okay.
Not many, like once or twice at most, I'm pretty sure.
Because that was the other impressive bit about that section. Like, he almost fucking died and then just gathered it up and did that.
Gathers it back up and carries on.
Yeah.
Right, back into the elite men. So obviously, Chris has put his apology in. Another just storming run for Finn, with a half-second margin over.
For Tani's partner.
Yes, sorry, Tani's
Oh,
partner.
sorry.
Is that how we're going to refer to Finn now, as Tani's partner?
And
Yeah.
she's Finn's partner.
Yeah. Man, has he just found the confidence? Like, he's just got the ball rolling with confidence now, you reckon? Like, polar opposite conditions to last weekend too. Back in for another win. Like, is this... I mean, we talked about it last week, and I said it's probably going to be Amory and Finn battling for the overall, and there we go. Like, 1-2.
I think.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I think you're right. I do think he looks like it's sort of started to click again. He's obviously healthy, and the bike looks very dialed in, although quite different in setup to an Amory, which is interesting. Everything's quite low, but he
It is a
certainly
very low
looks
bike,
on.
eh?
Yeah, and it means his body position's really low, and it sits on the travel quite a lot, which is interesting. It's an opposite theory to some others.
Then we've talked about
No,
Bruni running
he's-
quite a soft bike as well. So it's obviously something they've got kind of figured out that's working for them with the bike or the suspension with Specialized.
The funny thing was
He
this
looks
weekend,
comfortable.
with Bruni not being there, you watch that run and he looks a lot like Loic on the bike. You know, they're both rigs, they're both massive, and the bike works super, super well, and they seem to have that same philosophy of like really, really solid and stable, but the bike's doing heaps of work underneath them. The bike's real stable. But he just, and I wonder a little bit whether he's adapted to that style over time and it's clicking for him now.
Coming around and working.
You what? I mean, I'm just like, I've got his run going in the background here, and he is.
Les is just finally finishing the race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just catching up.
If you like slightly squint, it could be Bruni. Like, he looks very similar on the bike,
That's what I mean.
and the way that the bike's working is pretty similar.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Bruni's not actually hurt. He's racing his
you
Finn.
think- Maybe Finn's actually Bruni's son.
Maybe there's been some sort of transfer of power, Red Dog.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Transfer power. Yeah.
Do you think that it's because Finn's hair is big enough now that it's filling the helmet?
The helmet's not flopping around.
He's got a lot of hair, that man.
It
Right,
is
so-
interesting though that Bruni's not there, and that Finn's all of a sudden like going hard.
Feels
Like,
confident.
he's obviously riding with a different level of intensity than I feel like we've seen before. Or when he's ridden with intensity like this before, he's blowing it somewhere on the run where he's putting it together the whole way now.
I do think there's something about being the number one rider on that team.
Yeah.
Like it's always been Loic's team.
Well, it's true. After he inherited it from Blinky.
Yeah, after he got it from her and Horse.
Yeah. The true OGs.
And they got it from Nico.
It's true. And Danny Hart.
and Danny Hart,
Yeah,
and David Vasquez.
Did you say David Willman?
David Vasquez. He was DV9. That's why.
He was. So I've already ranted. Stop me if you've heard this before. The fucking qualifying format sucks because
Really,
we have second, third, fourth came out of Q2. So there was like a really action-packed first 10 riders, and then got kind of boring for a while. Not much happened for quite some time.
I called you an idiot last week on this, KB, and I think I'm going to retract that statement. I did some thinking over the weekend. I did some long, hard thinking about it, and I'd like to admit I think you might be right.
Yeah,
I
agree.
reckon. I think that the qualifying should, the race run should just run as per qualifying times, regardless whether you're first or second, quali, whatever. But I do like this new quali format in that there's a Q2. Like, I actually think that I'm finding myself now like almost taking more notice of qualifying because there's this like possibility that people haven't made it through the first round and then they're in the second Q2, and like
let me put an asterisk on that. I actually agree with you. I do like the kind of like last chance qualifier thing to get in the Q2, but I just don't like the start order format that they use from it.
I think they should still incentivize getting through in Q1 with points. So they should have a points difference for Q1.
They do.
Well, they do. Okay.
They do.
Well,
Yeah.
But I agree. They should just run everyone in the order of their start of their race time.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't get any
Commentators
points.
couldn't keep up with it. They were all over
I don't
the
think
shop.
you get any points in Q2. I think it's only points out of Q1.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, I mean, that's a huge incentive, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
also,
that's how it works.
Like, I was thinking about it as well. Like, you would have been Red Dog deeply and for a long period of time. I don't process things quite as quickly as you, so it would have taken me a few more days. But there's not really any incentive in qualifying in Q2 either. Like, if it's weather affected, you still, like if you don't get in Q1, it would still be a gamble. Like, you wouldn't employ the strategy of, I'm not going to worry about Q1 because I'll get through in Q2.
Shit, no. Yeah. That's way too risky.
You'd never go, we don't have to worry about Q1. So everyone's trying to get through in Q1. And then if you get through in Q2, it won't matter on race day anyway.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
How do we feel about Jackson? 4th place. Feel like this was a return, like can't expect him to win everything. This was clearly a much better race than we've seen all season so far.
He had glimmers of the old Jackson, I reckon, for sure.
Still not a great weekend across the board, though. Didn't have a great qualifying day.
Nah, still a Q2 and qualify through Q2. But no, I mean, he was only a 10th of a second off the podium, and that near-death experience definitely slowed him down.
Yeah.
But the near-death experience is also like, I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here, but like, it wasn't exactly a tidy run. Like a Jackson Goldstone fast run is not necessarily super loose and hectic. Like,
we're coming around though.
It's not
if he'd blown it out the front door in that when he had that moment, I mean, one, he probably would have died. But you'd then be saying that there's a problem.
He's
you
not
could
as
arguably
bouncy
say
and
that there's a problem
dynamic
anyway.
and,
He just
doesn't look quite the same. I don't reckon.
Nah, I agree. Yeah.
We'll get there when it's time.
Yeah, okay. I think sort of 4 races in is probably time, but
just
I
wait
think
till
he's
next.
coming around. I think
Wait
he's
till
coming
next
around.
week. Latwil next race. That was a good one. Remember last year? He was just on fire there. So just wait.
Yes, he was actually.
I'll eat my hat afterwards if it doesn't come through. But
I think
You've probably got quite a few.
There is a few. I don't really wear hats though, so there's nothing to choose from.
You're not a hat guy.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he's got a full head of hair, doesn't he? Look at that. Look at that salad.
You don't groom
Lester
like that.
and I over
wear a hat
here.
on it.
Man of the match, Ethan Craik. We're going to give him man of the match for a top 5.
Yeah, He looks really good. He's coming on, eh?
He's between, again, shout out to Benoit. There could have been 2 Scots in the top 5 with those two. So
100%.
they've come around. I like Ethan because he's just low key as well. Like he doesn't get the hype or the fanfare.
No,
the underdog.
You feel like he's sort of building here too, eh? It's coming like more and more. It's cool.
It is.
I'm enjoying watching Emery at the moment. He seems to have mellowed out a little bit. Like it's not go for broke. The fact that he pulled that slightly more conservative line, I don't think we would have seen the Emery of old.
Yeah, maybe it's.
Do you guys feel like
elder
he's not
statesman.
quite there? He sort of his commentary sort of makes it feel like he's not quite. Doesn't feel like he's quite there, eh?
Someone messaged me and said he's sick. He's been sick
racing,
for like a couple of weeks. Maybe sick of racing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, don't know. I actually also got sent some stats from Dion, Sasha Ernestad, listener of the podcast. Shout out Dion. New Zealand had 15 riders in downhill finals. That was the most out of any country.
Epic. Whoa.
Yeah, that's huge, eh?
New Zealand's back. It must be that pumping national series we've got.
Yes, absolutely. Whoa. Is that your microphone that's really loud, Chris? Yep.
Yes.
Sure was. France had 13, USA had 12. So pretty impressive for New Zealand pull through. Like there was we had Lachie, Tyler Waite, Luke Wayman, Tahodo in elite men's finals. So
how many of them are from the North Island?
I think you'll find that 3 out of 4 were from the North Island. So Luke Wayman's still holding it down for the South Island, mainlander, which is good.
Good on you, Luke. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. I didn't know Tyler Waite was from Hawke's Bay.
Yeah. Hawke's Bay
He's
massive.
from the Belt of Excellence.
He is from the Belt of Excellence. Where else would he be from?
Exactly. Lester, can you make some t-shirts, Belt of Excellence t-shirts?
Well, you've got to get the other t-shirts out first.
We're
They'll
waiting
sell
for
like
next summer
hotcakes.
I'm going to move on from elite men because Anna Newkirk's win was quite awesome. It almost was a bit emotional.
Jeepers, Chris. That's
Chris,
terrible.
your microphone, your audio is terrible.
You've got no snare. We've got too much snare in the headphones.
I don't know what you've done to that thing. You're on mute for the rest of the show. We need to change that microphone out. Anna Newkirk, absolutely awesome. What a win!
That's sick.
So sick. It's first since who, KB? Rick said it about 1,000 times.
Marla Streb, 2003. And do you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Anna Newkirk was 2 years old. I went and looked at her. Looked at when
Wow.
she was
Oh my
born.
goodness.
She was 2 years old when Marla won. That was the last US women's win.
That's
Interesting.
insane, but so
Yeah.
cool. She deserves
Yeah,
it, for sure.
she seems like she's now she's just been building, right? Like 2
Yeah.
years of building and building and building, got the win, and it feels to me like she's just gonna have broken the door down.
Two elite wins for frameworks this season already.
Yeah,
Man.
pretty wicked, isn't it?
How
cool
awesome
is
is
that?
that? What an underdog story. This is like the 2-2 Chad Reed days when he had his own team.
If you're the factories, are you scratching your head a little bit? Like,
I think there's got to be
Yeah.
some frame designers sitting around going like, man, maybe we didn't need all these linkages.
don't need to make it like a Rube
Maybe-
Goldberg machine or whatever they're called, you know? A lot of pulleys and stuff.
The interesting thing though, like that bike doesn't look it doesn't look bad by any means, but it's certainly not the best bike on the track in terms of how it looks when it's tracking and things like that.
It's doing
I
the
think
job
it's
though.
predictable. I think
But
it
that's
does
the
what
thing,
it
like,
does.
does it actually matter? If you get the
Yeah.
right rider on any bike, you know, and the right structure around them, are they just going to smash it anyway?
You could say the same about a V10, probably. Like, it may not be the most sensitive to small bump or, you know, but it does what it does and you know what it's doing.
Yeah, and it does it consistently. Chris, have you got something to say?
Or are we going to
I've
be
got my
washed out
hand
by
up
you?
here. I've
Oh, your
changed-
audio's fixed, so that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool, that's good. I think something we don't see a lot of, but I suspect plays a big part, and reflecting KB on our conversation with Justin when we were in Christchurch, is the team dynamic and the team culture. And
Yeah.
you'd have to think that that any team that I'm not having a bad names tonight.
Nico Mullally.
Nico. There you go.
Nico Malalico.
Any team that Nico's running is going to be a pretty good culture. They seem to have a good time there, and I wonder if that plays a part in it as well. Like, they've obviously got a good bike. It's stable. It's predictable. They make changes for the riders. They've got good parts, but then they seem to have a pretty good crew as well.
Yeah, for sure. Was this overall actually quite... I really enjoyed the Elite Women's podium. It was like... I mean, we've seen Gloria Scarzi like hovering right around there, but with Anna, Lisa Bauman and Gloria, I thought like it's quite a cool kind of new generation popping up on the podium.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite good.
I reckon Bauman is going to do more this season as well. Like,
I thought she had to win.
She was really good. Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
I was like, nah. When I saw that run, I was like, I think she might have actually just won this. So that was pretty legit from her.
Yeah.
Again,
I thought she had a real good.
We had a solid showing in the Elite Women's too. Sasha in 6th, Jess Blewett in 7th. Good result for Jess, one that she's probably been chasing all season. Ali in 9th and Jenna in 11th. Man, look at New Zealand go.
That's amazing.
That's so good. Like, every class had 4 or so people in it. Pretty
That's
much. Yeah. It was awesome. I think there was six in junior men.
How many of those riders are out of the provinces, and specifically out of the Belt of Excellence?
Oh, probably 90% of them.
Someone pull the stats.
Full stats.
Yeah.
That's a stat that Martin likely doesn't have.
No, Martin.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if any of those elite women are out of the Belt of Excellence. Sasha's from Auckland, Jess is from Queenstown, Ali's from Tauranga, and Jenna's from Rotorua.
They're actively avoiding the Belt of Excellence.
They are. They're kind of
Maybe
getting
the
held
Belt
up
of
by the Belt
Excellence
of
is-
Excellence.
Maybe the Belt of Excellence is only for the men.
Maybe.
Might be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Army's not known as the home of quality, is it?
Of quality or equality?
Mate, come on. How dare you speak of Palmy like that?
Sorry. Let's say that loud. Public apology next week.
There's 2 other notes I wrote down here. Antoine Rogg's Evil Knievel kit.
Fuck yourself.
That's shit kit for me. That's terrible.
It is rank. It is rank.
You know what's the only thing worse than the kit and the bike is the name of that team. Dragon Speed.
Oh, is that the dragon? The
Yeah.
Dragon Speed?
Dragon Speed.
And
the 5th dragon.
And
That's trick.
and I'll again doing terrible names. T-Bone Umbrella was not showing on the team. That just get yourself as far away from that as you can, Antoine. That whole situation's a hot mess.
Yeah, sure is. Actually, just bouncing back into the elite men's, Stefano and Trozzi in 14th, privateer, back working at a bike shop this week. What a legend.
That boy.
There was actually, so there was 3 of them, 3 privateers in there, Angel Suarez and Anton Rogg, and all of them were on V10s. So shout out to the
My
V10.
question is the V10 the modern day M1, KB?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think it could
Has
be.
been for a couple of years.
Yeah, the privateer bike of choice.
Yep.
Are you a privateer?
Am I a privateer? I'm just an old man at this point who
An old
talks
man
shit
with
on a
V10.
podcast. Well, I've got a V10, but I'm not racing World Cups. Funny, the other day, we're watching this, and Oscar is going to me, my son. He's like, why don't you do these anymore, Dad? And I was like, well, mate, I'm
Put on, son.
probably a bit past that at this point. I was like, a bit old for that. And I was like, plus I've got you 2 at home. I can't really just go race World Cups. And
Did you just turn
He's
around
like-
and say you're the reason?
I was kind of alluding that to him, but I don't think he picked up on that part. He's like, you could go do them. And I'm like, well, I love the love the encouragement, but it's probably not going to happen. Like, I'm turning 40 next year. I think those days are over.
I was thinking about this, KB. If you got an opportunity to go and be a team manager one day, would you do that? I can see you as a team manager.
Oh, I would love it, but if it meant I'd had to leave home for 5 months of the year, then no.
Oh, by this point, the kids are all they've all left home anyway.
Yeah, I'd be
10
all
years
over
from
it.
now.
We'll see how we go 10 years down the track.
Still a good team.
Maybe I
Left
would,
you as well.
yeah, probably. I'll probably just be a single man at that point.
Mm.
She's like,
Still
"You're
got a
still
good
doing
team.
this shit. Like, just give it a rest." Thought you'd
I'm
grow
gonna
out of
call it
this.
now, eh? This is my 10-year hot take. In 10 years' time, KB is managing the syndicate. It's like
don't think
a
so.
Love to see him at the helm, eh?
it's
Amazing.
like when Jean Todt was the team principal at Ferrari, and it was like Ferrari was on like a terrible run. They hadn't had a win in like 20 years or something, and Jean Todt came in, and then they got Michael Schumacher on the team, and then they just went on an absolute tear and started winning. It'll be the same story. Like next couple of years we'll start to see a downward slide, and then they'll come knocking. They'll fly into Nelsonville.
They will.
Karen.
Yeah.
And
You
need
got
you,
high
mate.
hopes for KB. I
You
have to say.
really do.
Yeah.
Turnaround story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Dog, 14 years ago. Do you know what happened 14 years ago? This last weekend, actually. 14 years ago to this week.
We would have been in the States. Were we in the States?
Yeah, we raced our very last World Cups ever, Red Dog.
Oh, was it?
Wow.
At
Yes.
Wyndham.
Yeah,
at Wyndham.
14. Yeah, we went just this weekend past. We would have been at Mont Saint Anne, and then this coming
Wow.
weekend we're at Wyndham. 14 years ago, our last World
Oh,
Cups.
It's actually pretty. I'm glad you made it past that though, KB. Because remember we went to get that pizza and it took like an hour, and you were close to ending it all.
Yeah,
It almost broke here.
that was Wyndham. That was bad. That was bad.
Man. You didn't even pay. Well, you paid some of
I
it.
paid some. I don't think I paid for all of it though, because it took so long.
Oh, he was pretty much in tears. He was so hungry.
I was so
broke
broken.
him. It broke him.
Speaking of time spans, it's 20 years since 2006 when the Worlds were on in Rotorua.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Almost.
Wow.
And that brings us to a slightly solemn part of the show, really. 2006, obviously, Cam, our good mate Cam, won aboard a Lahar on the Junior Downhill Worlds. And Mr. Aaron Franklin was the man behind that bike.
Yeah.
A man who's no longer with us, unfortunately.
No. Unfortunately, he passed away
received the
last
news.
week.
Yeah, so I think this time last week we were sitting here and I saw the alert come up from the police that they were looking for him. They didn't really say anything, and then 2 days later they found a body up in Tauranga somewhere and said
I
it
think
was
we
him,
all
so-
kind of expected that he'd probably sailed away, built a ship and headed off, but
He
no.
was known to be spending some time on a boat, actually.
Yes,
Yep.
he has been.
Yep.
That was the last time he was in the news.
Have you guys got any Lahar or Aaron Franklin memories? Like
So-
I think just about everyone in the country who's been involved in downhill in the mid 2000s or early 2000s has a Aaron memory.
Yeah, I don't have any. I didn't actually have that much to do with Aaron on a kind of one-on-one basis. Aside from before the Worlds, Cam and I went over to his workshop in Mamaku at the time to pick up Cam's bike, which he then went on to race on at the Worlds. And we go to this place, and I don't have a super clear memory of it, but all I remember was it was basically a shed with a dirt floor, which looked like it would flood if it rained kind of situation. and just in this like portable bike rack there was Cam's frame waiting for him to pick up, and then it got built up and he ultimately went on to win the Worlds. But pretty insane that I was just quite dumbfounded that he could produce such a polished looking product out of this room, which was essentially a dirt floor workshop with just piles of stuff, and it was insane. I mean, I'm sure he didn't make the whole thing necessarily in that shed, but there was a lot of it going on in there, and
I think that
Yeah,
is
that
just
was
about
pretty
every
crazy.
story that I've ever heard about Aaron is one that you just kind of shake your head at, not quite sure how it could be real or how he could have made it happen.
Yes.
Like, I didn't really have anything to do with him either. I don't know if I might have met him once or twice, but the one lasting memory I've always had was 2003 Hunua Downhill National. You were probably there, Lester.
Yeah.
And it was wet, like real wet. And I think juniors, I was racing juniors, and I think we might have finished racing or we were at the top of something. And it's clay and it is slick. Like you can barely get down there. And Aaron just comes literally sprinting down the track in Jandals, like the steep section of track. Somehow runs it out, like didn't eat shit. People are barely walking down there. And yeah, just remember him in Jandals just absolutely hauling us down this section. You're just like,
I've heard the
this
same
guy?
story from other people. Yeah.
Not on a bike, just running down to watch.
Did he ride himself, or was he just a mad scientist engineer?
I don't know.
I have no
I have
idea.
a vague feeling that he used to go and ride around Woodhill a bit. Not
Surely
at
he
any
did.
kind of level or anything like that, but he would just
What would
like ride a
attract
bike
you?
around kind of thing.
Yeah, what would attract you to it otherwise if you didn't?
Don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
My,
I mean, there's certainly.
my first memory of a Laha was in 2002, I reckon, at the King of Down race in Napier, and it's when Wynn. My probably first memory of Wynn actually, and I would have been a young fella, or maybe like 14 or 15, and it was real wet, and I was on this Specialized Hard Rock hardtail, and there was this sort of really clay steep corner that everyone was getting caught up in, and I just remember being stalled up behind some other people, and then Wynn just like coming out of nowhere, like pretty much on his ass, sliding through this turn with this Laha that followed him. And it was he'd just got on this Laha, and it was that blue one with the sort of bananaed up like top
It's a
tube,
real
or
early one.
single tube,
Yeah.
real early one. And
Big
I always,
roll-off sticker.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I always as time went on, like I always was astounded that you could almost follow the history of these bikes. It's like, oh, what's the one that Daz is riding in Christchurch 5 years later? Oh, that's Wynn's one from 02 or whatever. Like. They just went through people.
I don't think you guys. I don't know if there was a group chat that was fired up over the
About to
weekend
bring this up. Yeah.
after it'd been announced that he'd been found, and there was like a whole bunch of old downhillers, New Zealand downhillers in there that had kind of had something to do with it, and that became part of it. It was like, well, I've got this one, and there was two of them that were overseas, so I think this was the one that Byron raced here, and I think this was the one that Punter raced, and I've got mine. So it was like it was the same thing. They like knew who'd had them across the whole thing.
You can almost chart them through time. Hey, just one other thing on that 2002 race. One, I have the memory of Wynn, and I have distinct memory of it was the first time I ever heard Forgot About Dre being played out of a Subaru Legacy.
Brilliant.
I have another memory from that race, Big Dog. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was that the race where Justin ripped the head tube off his DH team?
No, that was I think a year after, maybe 2 years after. But yeah.
Good course.
Justin did.
It was a great track.
Was that the course where kind of
course.
down the bottom you sort of
Yes.
down a bit of a chute and there was like some bus stops and stuff?
It was like
Yes,
a half
it was
pipe,
sick. I remember Lester there. He was on a Kiwi chromosome.
Yeah,
I
crashed
think the bus went there, didn't it?
crashed in my race
Actually,
run there, I think, in
I won.
one of those bus stoppy bits.
I won
Oh no, you won
I won a spot prize hardtail off you, Lester.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys,
That's right.
You guys
Stealth
gave
or
away
Progressor?
stealth, and I won it.
Sick.
Those
Yeah, I
stealths
remember
must
that
have
being
been
a really
costing
good
Kiwi like
event,
$10 to build back then.
They cost
150,
nothing.
mate. 150.
There's a couple of other Aaron Franklin memories that pop into my mind now as we're on that train. One was he had an ad in New Zealand Mountain Biker. There was a year where they had like the Laha factory team, we'll call it, racing the National Series, which I think was 2004 maybe. Might have been 03. Tim Nelson, Nathan Rankin, and Win Masters. And like, I mean, there's even more stories that go with this, but Rankin and Tim Nelson. I mean, Tim Nelson's a name who probably a lot of people will not even recognise, but he's maybe one of the best New Zealand downhillers ever that just didn't make it anywhere. Tim Nelson from Nelson, who famously drove a Town Ace, and he was known as Timmy Town Ace. And, he also used to work at a petrol station, and I'd be sitting in the car while Mum was fleeing, and I'd be like, fuck, it's Tim Nelson. I'd be real pumped seeing him filling cars up.
I didn't know that.
But so those two, I think Tim won and Rankin got second at Kaka Hill in Nelson. And JK actually showed up for that race, and this is JK on Maxxis, like Norba champ. And he got third, and I think they worked him. Like, I think they put 4 or 5 seconds into him or something. And there was an ad in New Zealand Mountain Biker, a Alha ad, and JK just could not look any more pissed off. Like, it's probably just a bad photo, and it basically alluded to the fact that this Norba champ couldn't beat the Lahars sort of thing. Like, it was just a real dig at him. And fully Aaron, just classic Aaron. And then there was another one after Cam won Worlds. And this is pre-social media. I remember seeing this on a forum somewhere, and Aaron's gone on there and posted how angry and how annoyed Honda are that Lahar beat them to winning a world championship with a gearbox bike. And this big thing about how Honda's really pissed off, and it's like, I'd love to know. It's probably on Ride Monkey or something.
It'd be Ride Monkey, yeah. There was also a Ride Monkey forum that was really long about where the fuck is my Lahar. And,
that was a great... And that's still... You can still find that. It's still around. Yeah.
That was a saga.
That was a hell of a saga.
That was relatively recent. Like, that was...
recent.
Within KB's riding career.
It was the very, very end of Lahar. Put it that way.
Yeah. We started, actually, that group chat started spinning off into a few yarns of that, of investors selling up and spending money on shit and taking molds. But I've actually been in contact with New Zealand. I mean, he might be the OG authority of downhill in New Zealand, Ox, from Rockstar. And he's keen to do a Lahar saga podcast, because he was right in the thick of a lot of this too.
Wow.
So we'll get to the
Maybe
bottom
worth
of it
a
all.
listen.
It'll be a story.
Yeah. So we're going to line that one up, which will be great. Yeah. R.I.P. Aaron Franklin. End of an era.
It really is.
Did you ever ride a Lahar? Any of you guys ever get to ride one?
Yep.
Not properly.
I did a few
Not
downhill
for very
runs.
long.
Did a few downhill runs on them. They were pretty fucking good at that point. They're so little now, though. Remember, like, when Byron had punters one in Queenstown a couple of years ago, and you sit on it, you're like, this is tiny. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Are they a six bar?
Like, what was that?
Are they a six bar, or are they something else entirely?
No, they're a flex stay.
Yeah.
They're a high pivot. They're like a high single pivot operating a linkage, but then they had all this flex designed in the chainstays as well.
They're like a
And
zero
seat
almost. Similar to a zero, but instead of having a pivot at the rear axle,
I mean,
was a
Aaron would
flex.
arguably say that Zero stole the technology off him, but
there was also
not
a
here to point
story
fingers.
where he may have shown up with a couple of enforcers to push those claims as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably the beginning of the next part of the story, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it went anywhere, but it was
There's some other
that was a good
chapters there.
yarn. There's a lot of chapters.
Interesting, speaking of New Zealand design bikes, just to segue away from that a little, do we reckon that the bike is holding Tohoto back?
I would argue that Tohoto's riding better than he has done in the last few years when he's been bouncing off other bikes.
He looked good this weekend. He looked confident.
But yeah, just watching the bike under him though, it doesn't look that settled.
I worry a little bit with the SR Suntour suspension.
Yeah, I mean that's probably part of it, right? But
I don't know how good that is.
I'm intrigued. This was the first weekend where I've been like the way that it was reacting in some sections versus other bikes. I was like, I wonder if there's something there.
This was a question. This relates to a question I was going to bring to the podcast. What bike do you think looked like it was working the best this weekend? Because this track is definitely one that seems to show up the weaknesses in bikes.
The I think when it gets rough, the common sails seem to be really good at just sticking to the ground and tracking, but then again, like we talked about with frameworks, maybe they're really good there, but they're getting held up in other places. You know, like, I mean, they're obviously a pretty good bike because they're doing just fine with the results and everything, but it's one thing that stands out to me, I think, on those.
I wonder how much of a difference, like, say, if you had a big unit like Emery or Finn on the frameworks, whether it would perform as well as it does with a small guy like Asa.
I don't know that Ace is that small though, eh? Like he's
tall.
Like he's tall. And I was thinking about this the other day because Finn, I've seen Finn in the flesh like once, and he's not tall, but he's definitely built.
Yeah, he looks like, I mean, Finn's gone through puberty. Asa appears to still be finishing up.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, Ace is just tall though. He's tall and like solid, but he's not as like swole.
Asa will be a rig. Like, I mean, all these guys as they get into their 20s, like downhill riders are pretty solid these days. And like Emery's a unit. He's tall, but he's
Speaking of rigs, have you guys seen the size of Dylan Maples? That dude hits the gym.
Oh yeah,
he's pretty stacked.
He is so stacked.
Have we checked in on Pinky's neck lately? Has his neck come back or is it still gone?
I think he's still just all muscle. He's kind of like
he's another.
He's kind of pitbull kind
He's
of
got to
style.
be working. He's got to be working that bum in the head thing. That
he's like an F1 driver.
Yeah.
Hey, at least he made it out of the gate this year.
Yeah, that's true.
But actually, shout out to Pinky for qualifying first. He's been good here.
Yeah.
He was good here last year, even after he hit the gate and went down. But another segue. How are we feeling about Mark Beaumont now? I'm getting happier and happier with him.
Mark Beaumont has got to be the biggest like comeback story in downhill history
of the season. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like
comeback of the year.
I'd argue that Mark Beaumont is definitely showing up Rick now.
The MVP.
He's carrying the show.
He definitely is. I had a note actually. I haven't been
found his voice,
notes, but I had a few. How long is it before Rick inadvertently says something really inappropriate because he's got like a kind of a weird turn of phrase that just comes out wrong? Like one of the ones he used this weekend was, I can't remember who was right. It was like coming into a corner. He's talking about giving it a fistful, and they're these sort of like off the cuff remarks that, taken in the wrong context, could sound real bad. And I swear he's only a minute away from saying something just a bit off colour.
I think most long-term commentators have been there before, haven't they? Like,
yeah. Do you guys notice how quickly Rick will claim a flat tyre?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's the tiniest slide up after something they've got a flat. And he just starts looking for it. It's like he's really willing a flat tyre. He wants the flat tyre.
It really throws his commentating off because you can tell he's really trying to zoom his eyes in on the screen and see if it is flat.
Is it flat?
Yeah. And when the other thing that bugs me about Rick particularly is they get through Q2 starters and they get into the Q1 starters, and he's like dumbfounded as to why they're suddenly off the pace. So like the top qualifiers from Q2 have just set like top 3 times, and then Rick's going, "Oh, can't see what's going on here. He was looking good."
What?
No, it's just slower.
We've just got guys who have won the World Cup overall, world champs, like starting right at the start of the order, and then going to like the guys who are still legit but not that level for a while.
Take note, Rick.
Comeback of the year. Mark Beaumont, congratulations.
Yep.
4 races in. You've been crowned.
Yeah, comeback of the year.
Yeah,
well done, Mark.
Yeah, VIP.
Most improved commentator. Give him the trophy.
Ever.
Get it off Nathan Sherritt.
Yeah.
Like the only commentator
he stole it off KB.
Who's managed to come from like just getting absolutely slated, like every other commentator does, to doing pretty good. Give me Mark Beaumont and Rob Warner. in the same booth. I reckon they'd go good.
That could actually be quite a good combo because Rob brings the excitement and knows how to throw it back and forward to someone a lot better than Rick, I think. So
They also would have been racing at the same time, wouldn't
yeah, they would have had
Yeah,
plenty
they
of
would have been,
crossover.
for sure.
Mark was
Slugger.
racing in 2003 when Marla Streb won.
Yeah, he was.
they? Was Marla
He would have
Streb the
been.
last US winner? It wasn't Missy.
That was Marla.
Oh,
Marla.
that's right.
She would have been on a V10 back then too. That would have been the
Yeah, was she-
the Luna
Was she
Chicks
on
days.
Luna Chicks?
Yeah.
Luna,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it was,
yellow.
yeah.
That was cool.
Blue?
She was a
That
Red
was-
Bull athlete.
There's an ugly kid. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, she was a Red Bull athlete.
That was that horrifically muddy Caprun 2003 when Nathan Rennie won the overall title.
Sealed it up.
Yeah.
And then he collected the title in jeans.
Who gives a shit? I've won it. Yeah, he did win. He's in jeans.
It's so sad. Oh man, I wish our sport was just like that still.
I know. And then all his mates stormed the podium.
Yeah. One of which is Hill. And Hill looks like he is 3 sheets to the wind.
Hill is steamed. Shout out to Earth One. If you haven't watched Earth One
Oh.
for a while, go watch Earth One again.
It's amazing. I might watch it soon actually. I haven't
What
watched
an
it
era.
in too long. Well,
No, it's-
maybe when I'm down, KB, can we get a TV up with the tub? Can we,
We
watch
should
the whole series from the tub?
We're recording from the hot tub.
we
Yeah.
should actually couple of weeks time when you're down here, we should actually record a podcast, Red Dog.
A rewatchable? Earth
We should
2?
do a rewatchables actually.
No, I
Drink a
think
few
that'd be
beers.
great.
we should
Watch some
we should
downhill.
put KB in the hot seat.
We should put KB in the hot seat.
We'll put him in the hot
How
tub.
long
Do
you
you know what will happen? We'll have all these
In the
big
hot
ideas.
tub.
We won't do any of them. We'll just sit in the tub.
sounds great. Drink beers. Any other pearls of wisdom? Lester's ready for bed. He's had a big week of training.
Hang on, there was a junior girl who got messed up. A New Zealand junior girl, wasn't
Oh,
it?
Bella.
Was it Bella?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got rolled.
Bella
Shout
Birchall
out to
got.
her. That
Yeah.
sucks.
That's brutal.
Not a fun time.
Yeah, I was messaging Hindi about that, and it sounded like he had a pretty tough weekend because then also Sterling Stevens-Mcnab, Lachie's brother, broke his collarbone
Oh, that's right.
as well.
Oh, dude.
Who's also on the same team as Bella, which rough weekend for them, unfortunately.
That's no good.
Nah, very unfortunate. What did he say? Yeah, she'd had over 4 hours of surgery, so
Oh, dude.
pretty
Jesus.
rough.
That was full on.
What did she do?
Not actually sure.
Femur,
Whoa.
It was, like,
2 wrists.
both wrists and a femur or something.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Don't get
leggings
your kids
nasty.
down.
Shit.
Play rugby.
Oh yeah, that's safe.
Do that. Yeah.
It's meant to fight.
I've actually got some soccer boots here for Jimmy, Chris, so you can get him into that if you want.
Thanks very much. Jimmy actually took a win on the weekend. Jimmy is now the winningest mountain biker in our family. And he's 4. He's had more podiums and more media than
Yeah, you went to
I
the
ever had.
cyclocross and I forgot it was even on.
Yeah, you're riding downhill bikes, weren't you?
Were you looking
Oh, I
out
was
for him, Chris? We're like, where he
Supposed
is.
to be.
What, KB?
Yeah. Wonder where KB
Yeah,
is
I
at.
had the OTB tent set up and everything.
Seated maybe by the coffee cart.
Yeah.
Just didn't
I
show.
claimed big things that I was going to ride downhill on the weekend, and then my fork didn't show up. So shout out to Post Haste for delivering the Saturday delivery on Monday.
Oh, that must have been an ugly weekend in the KB
I
household.
was it was like that time that my food didn't show up at Wyndham Red Dog. I was
Yeah.
just sad.
Devastated. Hey, Chris,
is-
it's not like he's short on downhill bikes, though, is it? I mean, there's plenty of
No,
downhill
no.
bikes in that shed.
Can I
Plenty.
can I ride the little V10 when you go and ride the big V10 for the first time?
You can ride the little V10. Yeah,
Is,
should do that.
is that what you call your dick?
Yeah.
It is quite a little V10 compared to the big V10, that's for sure.
He names them after syndicate riders. The little one's Jackson.
Yeah, it's Jackson and Greg. Actually, that I might just call the new bike Greg. That's great. I like that. Jackson and Greg, my 2 V10s.
We'll take Jackson and Greg out. I think we should film a comparison video.
I'll tell you what, a medium 26-inch V10 from 14, 13-ish is quite a bit smaller than a 2026 extra large V10.
All right, get it in the calendar this Saturday, KB. We'll go and hop on the shuttle. I'll ride the little one. You can ride the big one.
Listen, have you seen how much a shuttle costs now? It's $30 a run.
Can you
$30 bucks.
Yeah.
$50?
Yeah.
That's more expensive than going skiing in Queenstown.
I'll push the downhill bike up the hill. Should we just do a push lap?
No. Tell you what, I'll tow you on the Vala.
There you go.
Yeah, get the e-bike.
We did talk about this. We'll get the tow rope out.
Yeah, we'll go and do tow laps.
Great idea. $30 to get up the hill.
That's right.
It is a big hill, but that's also a lot of money to spend for doing one shuttle.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Insane.
Anyway,
Well,
with that, we'll knock off and we'll reconvene after La Tuile, I reckon. How do we feel about that?
good.
Sounds good.
Great.
Great.
Any prep that we should do before that, KB? Any requests?
Probably just
watch the listeners.
Watch the race, I reckon.
Yeah. Should we watch it together?
Now, the most aggressive feedback I did have after the last episode was someone telling us to stop fucking complaining about the commentary and listen to the Rob Warner ride companion thing they did. But, yeah.
No, I won't be doing that. It seems like a lot of admin.
No,
It was a
admin.
lot of admin, which is why I didn't do it. So
Also, complaining about commentary is like, it's tradition.
it's our bread and butter at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we've got.
What else are we going to spend an hour talking about? Well, I've been trying to avoid bikepacking because I get too much grief about bikepacking, so I've been really trying to keep that topic.
Can I just...
Too cold.
I'm just going to throw back to something real quick, just because I've stumbled upon an interesting thing.
Okay.
Sure.
Junior men's downhill World Cup winners, multiple wins, consecutive wins. On 4, we claimed that Jonty may have been the first junior man to do 4 consecutive wins.
But it was Thibaut Deprella.
Well, the first person was Finn Isles.
Oh, wow.
5 in
Really?
2017.
5.
Then it was Thibaut Umbrella in 2018. And then Goldstone 2022 went 4 in a row.
All right.
Pinky went 4 in a row in
Pinky done a few,
23.
yeah.
So it's been a few years though.
That's a pretty legit field of riders to be amongst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
You know
if
what
he
I-
can go another one, he's right up there.
There was
What I like
multiples
for
who've done
Jonty-
2s. 2 is not uncommon.
No.
Interestingly, the people who have done 4 consecutive ones,
He's
so
just
the
trying to
people
compute
who've
this.
the people who've had 4 consecutive wins, there's 1, 2, 3 of them have also had 5 or more
Oh, yeah. Total.
wins total. Yeah.
Yeah. What have we got? Another 5 races to go. I'm sure he's got at least another one out of these 5.
That's
I'll be
interesting.
confident.
So in 2017, Finn won 5 in a row and won. Yeah, and won by
The
itself.
title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other race by itself. So he won
One
6
other race
races
by
that
itself.
season.
He won 6 races, yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
well,
There you go.
good spot to be in. With that,
Thanks, Pink Bike.
see you next time.
What's up?
I come from the land of down under. I can't hear you. What was that? I can't hear you. I let let it be like John Lennon, the anti-serum that you don't get for poisonous venom. Read the label carefully, I'm only here for the show. I love hip-hop too much to let you feed my ego. In the key of F-U-C-K, Y-O-U. I mean, why do I owe you if you're not helping me through? I mean, why do I owe you if you're obstructing my view? Success is not my castle, just a house that's brand new. You see, I irrigate the culture, give it shape like a sculpture. Still complicated, drop like I'm supposed to. B-L-I-T-Z like my DJ. Rock to the rhythm like you rock to what he plays.